Hi, everybody. My name is River Delk, and welcome to the 47th episode of Speaking with Autism. So, if you may have noticed, if you guys know or see that I have taken down my social media platforms, but I didn't delete them. I just uninstalled them on my phone. So you may be thinking, oh, why haven't you been posting so much? That's mainly the reason why. And I wanted to bring up for today's video, and that is why getting off of social media is the best thing you'll ever do. So, I'll give you a little backstory. When the internet was first being produced, it was made to use as a global phenomenon where we can research a lot of stuff. Where before that, we used to have textbooks, research books like a dictionary, to see, okay, what does a word mean and how do you pass on a test coming up? Or you have to ask somebody like a tutor or a teacher or a smart friend to know to figure out the answer of what question you have. But then all of a sudden, when the internet, during the 80s and 90s, when the internet was still like new, a lot of people took notice, and we use the internet to research stuff, whether it's for test questions, how to do a resume, and all that stuff. However, everything would change in 2004 when Facebook was launched, made by Mark Zuckerberg, and Facebook revolutionized the social media platform. And then later, 2005, YouTube would be made. And later, and all social media platforms made for around 2007 was the creation of Twitter, and then later on, in the 2010s, would become Snapchat, Instagram, then later on TikTok. And so why does this? Why is this a thing of asking why social media can harm us, and why you should delete them once and for all. And why is this video titled why you should give up social media and why you would be happy about it? Because social media, what we do is all the time is that we scroll and we like and we post a lot of stuff. We like to voice a lot of people, if you go onto Twitter, a lot of people would vote for post on their opinions. Back then, you would have to go to the news, appear on the news, or you just go to a newspaper article and you explain your opinion. Nowadays, you can just post, you can make a video about explaining your opinions of what you believe in. But at the same time, being on social media, especially on the spectrum of autism, it really drains us because we're not active around other people than we are with a phone or a tablet or a computer, because almost every day 95% of people would be on their phones all the time. They would scroll, look at videos like makeup tutorials, self-defense, funny raunchy videos and all that stuff, and they think that this is an escape route to try to maintain themselves, to have a private time so that they can have something fun. At the same time, though, it really destroys a person's mental well-being and identity crisis, because you're mostly constantly on the internet, and there's always cyberbullying, harassment, racism, homophobic stuff that always gets put on, and it hurts an individual because it's a person who's hiding a mask, telling you or somebody else that you're friends with or someone that you know, saying really rude stuff. And so it's really exhausting while just going onto a specific social media platform and just try to be and make your point on something that's very pointless, but when you're trying to have a great time to make connections with friends. And with the power embodiment of the internet, it's like it's possible that somebody would catfish someone. Now, you know what a catfish is, right? It means you're tricked into something that you're thinking is the real deal, but it's not. It's also known as a scam. Like dating apps like Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, eHarmony. The list goes on, people. But with social media, when we have Instagram, we see a lot of most of the stuff will be going to teenage or young adult girls, because when they see someone who's extremely, who thinks in their defense, they think they're not beautiful. Same with men, when they looked at so many videos and they're like, I want to be like this guy. I'm not going to say who in particular, but you will get what I mean. In fact, I had to go through that. I went through the part when I first joined Twitter in summer of 2015. I was saying to myself, oh man, fine, I get to be where all the others were, because back then everybody was on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth, especially here on YouTube. And I said, this is a cool experience. This is really fun. Until when you make a post that's very controversial in their opinion, it allows them to be very responsive in a very rude, meaningful way, because because of the content doesn't agree with their values, doesn't agree with the way they looked at things, and what the easiest thing to do is just swipe away. But yet a lot of people will just be like, I'm going to respond to this person. I'm going to make he or she look bad. And when you're off social media, like this is like a week starting, or like beginning 2 weeks of being off social media, and I'm feeling a lot better. But once I get to a month, which if you guys have, good job. If not, it's okay. Just do your best. You can do your best to get off social media. You don't have to delete your account, but if you want to take a break from it, then uninstall them and just wait, because here's the thing, especially with people especially with autism, who are suffering from mental health or having anxiety issues. Here's the thing, because we all the internet is fun, but at the same time, it's also cruel, because we have so many trolls, bots, everybody on the internet who can be nice, but others, most of 9 out of 10 times, are just straight up rude, because they have nothing better to do but to sit on a computer, a tablet, or a phone and just be jerks. Because that's what being on the internet's like. You're wearing a mask of something that you're not, and trying to be someone different than what the character of that individual is supposed to be. So why does getting rid of social media make you will be the best thing ever? It's because you don't have to be inside the social internet world, where so many stuff is misinformation, spreading out stuff, making up these rumors that sounds too good to be true. Now, in any case, you can see a lot of ads, like you have shopping ads. Now, that's okay. You can have shopping ads like Amazon, Walmart, Target, Hot Topic, any of that stuff. That's alright. Now, that's good, because you're just looking at clothing and all that stuff, especially with school. And especially if you want to read books. But there's so many things, and a lot of research shows, especially from ABC News and CDC, says that 40 to 50% of adults, or especially young girls, have a lot of negativity towards themselves because they're on social media all the time, like mostly Instagram. The reason Instagram is very infamous is because of what people post out. They're like, okay, this person looks good, so I need to be like this individual. You don't have to. You don't do that, because you yourself are okay. You're great. Not okay, but you're amazing. Same with me. I don't have to look at somebody else and say, "Oh, I can be like this guy or this person." I can just be me, and you could just be you. And so you don't, and all the times you don't have to be scrolling most of the time, because Timothy Chalamet said the reason he quit social media like Instagram or stuff is because he said whenever he gets off of set, he goes on like Instagram or Facebook, and he like scrolls, and it's just like draining down his mental well-being, because you're on your phone like almost every day, and you're just looking at, scroll, and you're looking at some random stuff that you're following at, but at the same time it's kind of like deteriorating your health. And being in technology is really bad for your health, because it damages your eyes, but also it makes you out of the world, because you're in the internet world, not the social world, which is outside talking to your family, your friends, anybody, especially your coworkers. And that's what we need to get into. Get back into the social world instead of being in the internet world. And most of the times is that there's so many like family arguments, especially when you have some friends like that. Like I'm saying friends, because even though you may have, like I say, 1,000 followers, but half of them, or maybe a quarter, are your real friends or family members, and you barely talk to them because they spend most of their time on the internet and not talking to you. And that's what I had to go through. Most of the times I had to spend with most of the people who I talked in the real world, not towards social, and that's where I barely talk to, some of my either family members or acquaintances, because I'm trying to make real friends and not acquaintances, because acquaintances you barely talk to and have connections with, but with real friends you make connections with. So if you quit social media, you'll be 10 times more happier, because you're going to get away from a lot of stuff, especially through so much negativity that surrounds you. Because don't let the internet tell you what to do. You need to do for yourself, especially with people on the autism spectrum, because I'm autistic. I make videos talking about how to handle any people with autism, because I'm on the autistic spectrum. And YouTube's that same way. We make videos, we watch them, and we doing our best to see what works. And always remember that you are special. Don't let the internet tell you otherwise. And that's the reason why I think it's a great idea. Why you should quit have social media apps. Just delete them. Uninstall them. If you're thinking about deleting your accounts, go ahead and do it. Thank you guys so much for coming to today's video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. And like I said, I've taken down my social media apps, and I am much happier. And I highly recommend y'all do the same way. So, if y'all don't have social media, just like I don't, because I'm making these videos, please quickly subscribe, because that'll be right now where I make these videos. My name is River Delcom, and I speak autism. Have a great day, and have a great Thanksgiving.